Hi everyone, this is Sean. Welcome back to my channel. Press the like button if you like this video. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. And if you've been subscribed to my channel, thank you so much for being one of the over 2,168 subscribers. I appreciate all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. In today's video, I'm going to show you, I'm going to give you one tip out of many on how to survive a BSIS audit or an inspection. In California, BSIS stands for the Bureau of Security Investigative Services. They are the regulatory arm for private security, private investigation professionals in our state. And occasionally they conduct surprise inspections, and sometimes they conduct announced inspections. And today we'll talk about how to prepare for either inspection. So here's something that I learned. And I wouldn't be making this video if I had not survived BSIS inspections myself. So as you can see, I'm a veteran survivor of BSIS inspections. So I've learned a great deal, and I'm not hesitant to share my knowledge bases with you guys. So here is a small tidbit of information. When you are designing or putting together your employee packets, personnel files, make sure that on your employee's file you do not have the location where they are assigned to, and I'll explain why in a minute. So have your files ready for inspection for BSIS. Now if you have any other additional information, additional intelligence, or any other record on the employee that's in addition to what is required in state law, put that in some other different file far away from the file that you would give to BSIS. And here's a little trap. Here's an issue. Well, I don't know if it's a trap, but this could be an issue. So when BSIS, when they flip through your personnel records, which they are able to do actually, if they see where your employee is stationed at, that could be a huge issue. So let's just say that you have an office, your main office is in Sacramento. That's where you are licensed to conduct business, is Sacramento. All of a sudden, you have an employee that's assigned to a post in San Francisco. Well, technically, maybe in that circumstance, that employee is not working out of the out of the Sacramento office. This employee is working out of San Francisco, okay, a different place that's not a record with BSIS. What could happen? Well, what can happen is you can get cited and you can get your license actually temporarily suspended because you don't have a branch office certificate for the San Francisco office. And see, that's the trick. So you're over here. I'm just gonna grab some random papers. Okay. Hey BSIS, welcome. I love it when you guys visit. Here, have a cup of coffee. Here, have some donuts. Thank you for visiting our office. Here's the personnel record. You can have anything you want. You can look at anything you want. Here you go. You hand this to them. This is the personnel file. They look through it. Why is this person working out of San Francisco? Oh, wait a minute. You have a branch office. Wait a minute. I didn't see any branch office certificates on file. You see? That's the trick. That's a trap. Guys, do not put where this employee is working. Put it in some other file. Okay? Another tip I want to give you is this. If BSIS just randomly shows up out of nowhere, it is reasonable for that BSIS employee to be directed to the qualified manager. Because what's going to happen is you're going to get a pushy BSIS investigator. It's going to say, hey, I want to see those records. I want to see those personnel records, and I want to see them now. They are going to, not every one of them, but your staff is going to feel intimidated because, hey, this is a government employee. They have a state of California ID card hanging down from their neck. They have their credentials, and I am scared because I could potentially lose my license, or get the license suspended from my employer. So they get scared and they just start showing BSIS, whatever they think that they're entitled to. And from there, you guys, it turns into a $20,000, $30,000, $50,000 attorney wreck. What I mean is don't be surprised if you're forking out that much to defend yourself in administrative court because you're trying to save your license. I've seen it happen before, you guys. I heard stories and I've seen them, you guys. You gotta be really careful. So if they just show up, now everything that I provide in my video, you guys, by the way, is not legal advice. It's not professional advice. It's just something to think about. Some information that you can present to your attorney. But if BSI just randomly shows up like, hey, wait a minute, I was not expecting you to just show up. I have other work to do. I have contracts to close. I have personnel files to review. I need to respond to these prospective clients. I don't have time for this random inspection. So it would be reasonable for this person to say, hey, you know what? I need to get a hold of my qualified manager so that my qualified manager can coordinate a reasonable time in order to produce these records that you're seeking. Okay, that is more reasonable to go, you guys. So what ends up happening is your staff should not be interacting with BSIS. Your staff members, not even the owner of the company, ladies and gentlemen. If you're the owner of the company, please do not feel offended. I'm only trying to help. I really am trying to help. So if you're the owner of the company, do not be offended. Your qualified manager should be the only person that should be interacting with BSIS. Okay? When it comes down to personnel records, why is that? Because the qualified manager is supposed to know what type of records you have to produce during an inspection. They are supposed to know how to interact with BSIS. If not, they're going to just start handing them a lot of irrelevant information. And guys, BSIS has connections with the Franchise Tax Board, Secretary of State, all other executive branch entities within California. And because of that connection, you're not going to just be hit with a simple fine from BSIS or a cease and desist. There could be a lot of other things. Now, if you're committing crimes, if you're using a security company to commit crimes, I can't help you. I'm only trying to give you some assistance on the administrative level. Okay. This is also the reason why you need to contact an attorney and not me. Why you should consult with an attorney before BSIS conducts these visits is because you cannot cause unreasonable delay. What's reasonable to others might be unreasonable to you or me. Okay. So I hope you like this content. I hope it made some clarifications. If you have any questions, concerns, let me know. If you really like the content, I have a 40-hour online leadership and development course available. The course is challenging, and when I say 40 hours, I mean 40 hours, ladies and gentlemen. And when we talk about audits and inspections, this is towards the last module. We talk about this issue, or we talk about the challenge, the last portion, and it's about an hour and 30 minutes long, the video that I have in that module. And I created forms for you. I created weapon inspection list or weapon inventory list. I create the documents that are regularly requested when BSIS conducts a visit. Guys, I have been through and I have survived a BSIS audit. I understand what the process is. I understand the kind of tricks that they pull. Now there's some good ones out there. There's a really good BSIS investigator out there, and we took on a crash course, guys. We crashed as soon as he walked through the door. About 10 minutes into this, well, no, about 5 minutes into it, we had arguments, guys. And I stood my ground, and this person stood his ground, and it was not looking nice. I'm not saying that there was shouting going on or anything. I just wouldn't let this BSIS employee push their weight around. I represent the security industry, the investigations industry. This person represents his employer, he was a really good representative for BSIS. After, I want to say 40 minutes later, we actually got along great. He provided useful information. We shook hands at the end, and I had a pleasant experience with this person. Not everybody could say the same thing. So once again, you want more information, how to become a private patrol operator qualified manager. You want to learn how to navigate through these audits and inspections. Attend my 40-hour course, guys. It's not cheap. It's very pricey course. However, you get your license taken away, and I'm not trying to fear you or cause fear so that you start buying my stuff. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just saying that if you get your license revoked, or I'm sorry, suspended, you're in BSIS court, it's scary, guys. You're forking out all these attorney fees. Not a good thing. I'm not saying my course will prevent that. I'm just saying that, hey, be knowledgeable. You guys know what your obligations are. If you guys have any questions, let me know, and take care. Please like, subscribe, and share. Also, you should really share this video with your staff. Take care.